And in this episode, we have an amazing featured guest with us, the intelligent, the wise, the one and only Mr. Chi. Yay! No, but for real, you all, this is going to be a very vulnerable episode. Watch it all the way until the end and you'll understand why. But let's get into it.
It's going to be a little bit different. I want to talk about something that really impacted me last week. I went to attorney Michael Hardy's memorial service, and if the camera's shaking, I'm sorry, it's Mr. Chi. He's now investigating what this tool is. He might be back and forth in the shop, but anyway. So I went to attorney Michael Hardy's memorial service, and honestly, guys, that service changed my life, pretty much. Attorney Michael Hardy, you are creating an impact even after your body is no longer on this earth. I thank you for who you are, because it has now forever changed me in such an amazing way, and I want to share with you what I got out of it. Firstly, dealing with depression, it doesn't just go away. Dealing with depression may come back, it'll rear its head up every now and then, which is why I wrote the book, Finding Some Motivation. And one of the things that has really helped me during the time period of depression is gratitude, and I'll do a whole episode just based off of that. Things that I have done with gratitude and meditation, it literally is game changing, but we'll talk about that another time. This episode, I really want to talk about what that service did that changed and transformed my mindset and gave me a whole nother perspective to see things. Anyone who knows me knows, like, my motto has always been leave a legacy, like creating your mark here while you're on earth, etc., which is very motivational. It's very inspiring. However, last week during that service, the light bulb that went off was, it doesn't matter if I have a legacy. It doesn't matter if anybody knows my name. The most important thing to me is the positive impact that I actually leave on this earth. It doesn't matter if anyone knows that I created that impact, as long as that impact was felt and created. Like, I almost want to cry right now, because attorney Michael Hardy, he impacted my life, and I didn't even know his name. He probably impacted your life, and you probably didn't even know his name. And I sat in that service and I listened to speaker after speaker after speaker talk about the type of man that he has been and the people that he has helped. He did it all without wanting credit. He was just like, the credit, I don't need the credit, don't worry about it, like, let's get to the mission. He lived his life on purpose, with purpose, and because of that, he has been able to impact so many of our lives without us even knowing who he was. And I sat there and I thought about the fact that there may have been times that I wanted to make sure I got credit, because there were times where, like, I felt like I put so much work into something, and then, like, I felt like I was left with nothing, because, like, nobody knew that I did it. So it's like, I hate getting emotional. Woo. There's times when you can put so much work and sacrifice into something for years, and it may feel like nobody cares, nobody sees. Like, maybe it's all in vain, Those are things that I have dealt with, and sitting in that service made me realize it doesn't matter if I don't get the credit, as long as I made change. As long as somebody's life was impacted for the better. That person that may have been going through such a hard time, and I was able to help them find purpose. That person who may have been sick and not knowing how or why or if their life mattered, you know? Like, that means so much more than, you know, people knowing like, oh, I put that campaign together, or I did this, or I did that. So what? Okay, yeah, I did it. But honestly, none of that matters when I'm in the grave. Who cares? It's okay, my name might be known, you know, whatever, but I want my purpose. What I found out in that service is it's better to live a purposeful life. And Mr. Chi, it's better to live a purposeful life with impact, with positive impact in people's lives, than it is to get credit for anything. You know, like, if I can move faster and move quicker and make bigger impact by no one knowing who I am, I'd rather do that. You know, in today's world, you know, especially as a brand strategist, I know how important it is to brand. And, you know, I think I got so caught up in branding myself that I missed out on the whole point of branding. Was actually the thing of purpose. It's to change lives. It's to help lives find hope. It's to help lives find joy, find peace. Man, like, I have been doing so good in terms of, like, the depression hasn't reared its head up, you know, lately, and every time it has, it hasn't overtaken me like it has many years before. And there's this place of joy and this peace and faith. Like, my faith has really helped me overcome a lot this year. And the mission and the vision has always been like, who else may be going through hard times? And, you know, I'm not a legal therapist. This is not, I have to always say, like, the disclaimer, that any episode that I put out is not like medical advice. I cannot give medical advice. All I can do is share from my experience what has worked for me, and maybe what has worked for others that I've helped. And it could possibly help you. It doesn't mean that it will. It means it could possibly help you. So I just wanted to actually share with you guys, this episode is really just all about planting that seed of, what is that thing that you would do for free? What is that thing that you would do if nobody paid you? You know, if all your bills were paid already, you weren't in survival mode, what is that thing that you would love to do that makes an impact when you die from this earth? What is that thing that's going to impact the next generation to come? You know, if you can find that thing, and it could be something like, I don't want to say small, but it could be something that you may not think is a big deal. It could be literally something like volunteering in a homeless shelter, or volunteering your time someplace that really needs it because they don't have the funds to pay people, but the service is needed. Whatever your skill set is, if you're a photographer and you go and you take pictures of people who may be having a bad day, and all of a sudden they see your picture and it just like made their day, like, wow, like, this is a beautiful shot of me, like no one's ever shot me before. You know what I mean? Like, joy can be contagious, super contagious. So this episode, I want you to know, find the thing that helps to spread joy. Find the thing that helps to spread peace. Find the thing that helps to spread love. Like, find the things that help make this world a better place. There are so many crazy, weird, odd, dark, evil things that we see happening in the world. We see wars, we see famines, we see, you know, all the crazy and just dark things that are happening in the world. I pray that we can be agents of not only change, but agents of change that bring light, agents of change that bring joy, agents of change that bring hope, agents of change that bring love. You know what I mean? Like, when you're dealing with a depression, what happens is you tend to focus on just what's happening in you. You tend to go inwards and start reflecting on, like, why am I here? And it becomes all about me, me, me. Why am I here? Why am I even living? Am I doing this in vain? Like, nobody cares about me, blah, blah, blah. Like, all these things were just self-centered and it's just focused on us, right? And I say us because as someone who has dealt with depression for many years, I know what it's like to be in that dark place. And I just kind of want to lift the veil over your eyes a little bit and peek some light in there and say, take your eyes off of yourself and start looking at the people around you who need you. They need your encouragement. Serve someone else. It will help you to get out of that depression, to be able to serve someone else and bring to them something that you are gifted and talented in, whether it's making a joke, whether it's giving them a smile, whether it's giving them your time. Like, whatever it is that you can do, I bet you that by you giving to someone else, it will give back to you and it will help you to get out of that depression little by little. And so what I will leave you with is this one thing. When I was going through the darkest depression that I've ever been, the thing that saved me, and I did this for 2 years straight, y'all, 2 years straight. I woke up in the morning and I said, I'm thankful that I can open my eyes and see. I looked around. I said, I'm thankful for this room. I'm thankful that I have shelter. I felt my heartbeat. I'm thankful that I can hear, I could feel my heartbeat. And I just started going on and on and on and on and on and on and on with the whole list of everything I could see, touch, feel, anything that my senses could pick up. I would just start saying thank you. And I would do that literally. I would get on the train, I would do that. Get off the bus, I would do that. Every step that I would take, because I felt so down, y'all. Like, it was so heavy on me that when I literally walked anywhere, like, it was just a heaviness. So every step I took, I literally had to just say, thank you that I could take this step. Thank you that I could take this step. Thank you that I could see the floor. Thank you that I could see the sky. Thank you I could see the clouds. Like, literally, I went through the whole day like that, just saying thank you, because it put me in a new state of recognizing that I don't have to have any of these things, and that these things are there for a purpose, and that as long as I have those things, I have hope. There's hope. Impact deals with the now, legacy deals with the future. We are not in the future, we are in the now. So the reason why that light bulb went off for me is because it's like I've been so focused on the future that it actually, being focused on the future, literally deterred my progress now, because I wasn't focused on the now. And so that shift of a mindset actually impacts like how I'm purpose driven now, and how what I'm doing now, what I'm doing each day, each hour actually changes. Like, okay, how is this impactful? How is this making an impact? How is this making an impact on the lives around me? How is this making an impact and a change and a positive change in people's lives? Like, just a small shift like that, like, literally just changed everything for me. And so I feel like it really helped me to be more purpose driven. And I really want to challenge you to think about and consider, what kind of impact are you making, and what kind of impact would you like to make? Are you more concerned with how you're perceived by people versus the impact that you're making? Sometimes we have to fight to get credit for things, and that whole fighting back and forth process, it's time consuming. Now when I think about it, it's not worth it. There are very few instances that I can think of, maybe like for family legacy's sake. I'm gonna really think about it and pray about that even. I'd rather leave this earth emptied out, all gifts, all talents, work ethic, mind, like everything. Just empty out my body of everything that I could have given on this earth. Can't take the legacy with me. I think at most, like, the inspiration maybe of what I've been able to do that actually left an impact, that will be a seed planted in someone else to spark up someone else to also leave impact. But I think at the end of the day, it's really just about like being impactful by being present about what is the impact. What is the impact that I am making today? You can start by one, identify the things that you can do that make an impact on others, even if it's small things. Like, consider today, what's something you can do today that impacts those around you, even as you're watching this. Like, who can you impact? Maybe you're in bed and you're getting ready for sleep, you know? Tomorrow morning, what can you do that impacts for the positive others around you? Even if it's just saying hello, even if it's encouraging someone and giving them a shout out. If that's something that you normally do, great. Find something that you don't normally do and identify as another small way that you can create a new impact. 2, practice gratitude and acknowledgement without expecting any kind of recognition in return. 3, focus on the needs of others in your interactions and your everyday decisions. And lastly, 4, set goals that align with making a difference rather than gaining praise. I want to know your thoughts on this. Let me know in the comments. Let's have a conversation. And until the next episode, peace and love. Rest in peace, Michael Hardy.